Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob, and we've got my little friend with us today, Baba Rain. She's been a mess all day, been crying her big eye. Look at those eyes. Now, who could say no to anything she asked for? She said to me earlier, she said, Psychic Bob, would you make me a cup of tea? Could I have some tea in my drink water bowl? And I said, how could I say no? So I made her some tea. And she had a new type of tea I'm drinking called Yorkshire Gold. Oh, it's so good. Do you like that Yorkshire Gold tea? Yeah, you do. I like it too. Well, I am telling you. Well, Baba Rain, listen, I've got some good news for you. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Baba Rain is the girlfriend of my buddy Lamb Chop, who hasn't been here for a few days. All right, Baba Rain, I got to tell you, your crystal vision, your prophecy was true. Lamb Chop did go to England. By the way, Lamb Chop's been missing the last few days, and we couldn't find him. We had Baba Rain look in the crystal ball, and she said she saw Lamb Chop going to an airport to fly to England. Well, guess what? It happened. Yes, Lamb Chop was found in England. Oh, but I got to tell you, thank God Baroness Kolobob's over there still. Well, I got a phone call from the police in England. Yes, I did. I was scared. I thought something had happened to Cola. And they said, Mr. Hickman, please contact us. We're the Paddington Station Constabulary. I said, Paddington Station? Well, that's down in London. So I called the Paddington Station Constabulary. And they said, we found a sheep here. He was on the subway. He didn't buy a ticket. He was dodging fares. And we had to arrest him. Oh, I was so upset. And well, don't worry, Baba Ray. It's going to be okay. Because I called Cola. I thought, I can't go all the way to England today. So I called Cola. Luckily, she nipped up to Paddington Station and got him. So guess what? Lamb Chop is safe with Cola in England. And he got all the way to England. He got on a flight, got there, and got caught dodging fares. I don't know how he got on the airplane. He's in trouble, I'll tell you that. Baroness, is he okay over there with you? You got to let us know how he's doing tonight. Well, you know what I said the first time I saw or talked to him? We did a FaceTime earlier because I want to make sure he's okay. It does look like he's there with Cola. And you know what I said to him? I said, Lamb Chop, you've upset little Baba Rain. And I said, you know what? You've been a bad boy. And that's the truth. Well, hopefully Lamb Chop will be back with us soon. But until then, we got Baba Rain. Well, everything's going to be okay. He's safe with Cola, all right? Oh, she's all upset. Well, just relax. He'll be home, okay? All right. Well, why don't you go over there and sit down? You know, the window's open. You can watch the moon tonight and the stars while we talk about astrology, okay? All right. There you go. Here, get down here. There you go. Yeah, go over there. Sit by that window. Yeah, right over there. There's a sofa there for you. Jump on the pillow. Yeah, sit on that big velvet pillow. Well, guys, it is so good to be with you. But let me introduce myself. You know, I always forget. People don't know who I am. We got new people all the time. Well, welcome to our show tonight. It's Monday night. My name is Psychic Bob Hickman. I am a full-time professional psychic, astrologer, and medium. I do a little bit of it all. Love psychic sciences. Well, I'm so glad you're here. There's Baroness says, yay, Lamb Chop is safe. I'm fattening him up for Christmas. LOL. Don't spoil him. He's been very bad. Oh, make us all nervous. Well, tonight is Monday. Welcome to Spirit Channel. If you're new here, we'd love to hear from you. Say hi to us in the chat if you can. And make sure to hit that thumbs up button. You know, everybody watches. They say they love the show, but they never give me thumbs up. So if you can do that, that tells YouTube that you value Psychic Bob. I have been hearing rumors, and I can't substantiate them, but I've heard rumors that YouTube wants to do a big purge, you know. Hi, Starborn 10. Listen, hon, I got to tell you, I'm not doing psychic readings today. This is my day off, and I don't do psychic readings. Monday, just so you know, is my day off. The only thing I do is I talk about astrology because that relaxes me. Thank you for your donation, but maybe you can come in tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon, we're going to do messages from the spirit world, and I'll do that. I'm not opening my psychic channel today. I do so much psychic work. I just need a rest. And so I don't do readings on Monday. I'm so sorry. But if you come tomorrow, we do live psychic readings on Tuesdays and on Fridays and Sundays. So if you can come tomorrow, we'll get your question in. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. Okay. It's 12 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern USA time. Thank you, Starboard 10. Anyways, today was my day off. And I tell you, that lamb chop, he had me running around all day nervous dealing with the police. But despite that, Cole and I still had some fun. Went out to lunch today to the Macaroni Grill. Have you ever been there? Oh my gosh. Now, I'm not being endorsed by Macaroni Grill, but I've been there a long time and I forgot how good it is. They bring you this big bread. It's like a whole loaf of bread and this olive oil with sea salt and pepper, and you dip the bread. Oh, some kind of good. I ate, what did I have today? Fettuccine Alfredo. Oh, so good. They run these lunch deals you can't lose. I tell you, I got more food than I could eat, and it was a good price, so I'm not going to complain. Then I went shopping, and I went to the World Market. You know what? I want to show you guys my tea. I'm so excited. Hold on. I got to show you. I love tea. I have a million different types of tea. I collect tea. Hold on. So at the World Market, maybe you guys know World Market. Anybody know that? I bought a giant tin of this. I never had this tea, Yorkshire tea. Actually, I took the tea. The tea's in another box. This is a decorative tin, but that's what it came in. That's what it looks like. The box is the same as this is cardboard. So inside this, there was a cardboard box sealed with tea, but I took that out so I don't dent up my tea. I'm going to use this for my kitchen. But it's by appointment to His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, got the royal warrant. Well, now Charles is king, so this was recent, right before he became king. Probably a collector's piece with the old royal warrant. Anyways, have any of you had this? Hey, Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe, I think you're from Yorkshire, aren't you? Have you had this tea? It's really good. Yorkshire Gold. It's kind of a golden reddish sort of color to it. It's very distinct taste, not like anything I had. So that's what I had today. I'm drinking that tonight just to try something different. So I got my cuppa and I'm curled up and cozy with you guys tonight. I'm so glad you're here. Well, today, for those of you who are new, we gather on Monday. It's very casual here at YouTube. And on Monday, we just talk about astrology. So I thought tonight we would talk about some of the major transits, and then I'll give horoscopes for all 12 zodiac times, So if you're here tonight, first of all, I want to tell everybody before I get into any of this, I tell people, bring a little notepad and see all my chicken scratch notes for the show. All right, bring a notepad, take some notes because you'll want to remember certain points to help you. A lot of people write me and they say, Psychic Bob, I'd love to have a private reading with you. And by the way, if you're one of those people, I'd love to sit down and get you on my schedule. So visit my website, PsychicBob.com. But I also get letters from people who say, Psychic Bob, right now I can't buy a reading for whatever reason, but I still need some psychic help and I can't get in on the messages show because there are too many people. So what you want to do is come to Monday because we give a little psychic snapshot of the energy and motion for the week from the stars. And I'll tell you, it's going to help you. So you'll get a little help. And I give an individual horoscope for all 12 zodiac signs. And so don't worry if you don't know your zodiac sign. I'll explain that in a little while. And I'll help you to figure out what your sign is. All right. So I am so glad you guys are here. All right. There's Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. She says, I'm a Yorkie, and we are the best women here in the north of England for sure. All right. So you know all about this tea, huh? And she says, all things Yorkshire are mint-like. Yay. All right. And she says, oh, so I didn't see your other one. She said, well, lush. She likes it. Okay. And then she says, getting a brew myself, also Yorkshire tea is where it's at, Bob. All right. Well, we might have a war going on between Earl Grey and Yorkshire tea. I don't know. I like them both, you know. Amsterdam's, are you here to Amsterdam? So got me some slippery elm bark tea, and I'm going to have that soon too. And so, we got a lot of different teas. Well, maybe on astrology evening, we'll always have a new tea to try. That might be good. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm sipping water too tonight. Lady Jane just said, I get it in a mash, Bob, have a brew. I'm not sure I understand that, but I have a brew. It's right here with me. Oops, hold on. My screen's locking up. Am I still broadcasting, guys? I hope so. So there you go, Lady Jane. I don't know if you can, it's hard. I don't want to spill it on my keyboard, but you can kind of see it in my cup. So there we go. It means suppy tea, Bob, LOL. All right. There's Robin Boston's here, and there's Amy Radcliffe. Oh my gosh, all y'all here. Well, welcome to our show tonight. Well, thank you for your help, Amy. Yes, thank you, Robin. Good. We're still broadcasting. There's Damien Divine. Damien says, Pujana tea is also very nice, Bob. I'm not familiar with that. Punjana. Is that Indian tea? Sounds kind of Indian. Punjana? Maybe. I'll have to check that out. Well, I'm glad you guys are here, and we got to see what is in the stars. Psychic Bob takes astrology very seriously. Oh, Damien says that tea, Punjana tea, it's Northern Irish. Why, aye, man. Wait, no, that's Jordan. Righto, lad. I don't know what to say, but I'm going to try it for sure. I'll explore that. Thank you so much. Colleen Croy. Hey, Colleen. Good to see you. Colleen says, I'm going to start drinking tea. Yay. Good to see you. By the way, real quick announcements before we get into all the star stuff. If you haven't done so, you want to go sign up for this Saturday's psychic development class. That's right. We're going to have a really great class this Saturday on electronic voice phenomena. The class is limited to 30 people. It's only $30. It's 2-hour training. We're going to explore how to do EVPs. We're going to study the history of EVPs. We're going to do some experiments ourselves to see if we can get some phenomena this weekend. So I'd love to have you come join our class. We hold it on Zoom on Saturdays. It's a private class, but you can register for that over at my website at PsychicBob.com. Just go to the services page and you scroll down midway down through the page. You'll find it. You can read about the class. So it's 2 hours on Saturday, 12 till 2 p.m. Eastern. That's starts at 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. For those of you in Europe, the class starts at 5 p.m. London time, 6 p.m. Paris/Continental Europe time. So I would love to have you there. All right, you guys cool? All right, so as I said, we're going to take a look at the stars here. By the way, I'm wearing, I guess, show you my jewelry, Since it's Astrology Monday, I wore an Aquarius. Someone's tangled up here. An Aquarius pendant. I don't know if you can see. It's done in sterling silver, very shiny silver. And it's the sign of Neptune is sometimes shown as the symbol for Aquarius because he bears water, lives in the sea. So there is Neptune with his staff, his trident in the ocean, representing the Aquarius power. So that's what I'm wearing today. Isn't that fun? So there you go. Shining silver. I love silver. It sparkles. All right. Boy, aren't you right? Lady Jane says, you want energy? Have a tea. It works. I'm with you on that. All right, so let us see what is in the stars. Okay, Psychic Bob takes the star stuff very seriously. People say to me, do you really believe in that star stuff? I said, absolutely. I've been studying astrology since 1978, since I was a kid. I got my first book was Sydney Omar's Aquarius Guide, Astrology Guide for Aquarius for 1978. That's what started me off on this, and I've loved it ever since. So we're going to look at the major transits, kind of what's in motion right now. By the way, take some notes. This forecast for this is for this next week. For today, Monday, October 17, 2022, through Sunday, October the 23rd, 2022. So the 17th of October through the 23rd, which is a Monday through this upcoming Sunday. All right, so there we go. Hey, therapist, good to see you. Welcome to our show tonight. All right. Excuse me. Oh. I've been drinking tea all after this. Make me burp. All right, so what do we got going on? Well, we're starting off this week. We've got our sun in the sign of Libra. Oh, that's a wonderful air energy. I love that Libra energy. We're going to be in Libra until October 22nd. So next week we'll move over into Scorpio. But for right now, we're in Libra, and I love it. It opens up communications. We've got our moon today in the sign of Cancer, which is a water sign. That's putting you in touch with that deep inner emotion, that psychic self. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed today, maybe for some people, the water sign brings them down. I'm not saying it will make you depressed, but for some people, when the moon is in Cancer, they just feel a little oversensitive. Be patient with people today. Tonight at 11:43 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to move over. The moon will move over to the sign of Leo. That'll bring in some more inspiration, okay? But for right now, we're in the sign of Cancer with our moon, and that's what's affecting us, okay? Now, we also have today, our sun is square the moon. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'm putting out a daily TikTok and Instagram video about astrology. So I talked a little bit about this, but earlier today in those videos. Sun square the moon means you may feel a little conflict between the outer world and the inner world. Like, what do I listen to? What I'm seeing or how I'm feeling, okay? And I got to tell you, today, you want to pay attention to how you're feeling rather than what you're seeing. Reason why is the moon today is square Mercury, which means it's going to be hard to express yourself, to get out that communication. Kind of stay silent. Be an observer today. Trust what you're feeling, though, because we also have that moon in Cancer, which is square Neptune, which it says trine Neptune. That's a positive aspect. Trine Neptune opens up a deep connection, and it pulls out power, meaning that moon and Neptune are working in harmony. So your psychic senses today will be very strong. So you might get kind of a mixed messages day where you see things and people are talking and you're saying, I don't know, it doesn't seem right to me. Trust that. Go with it. Don't doubt it. Don't throw your words out. It may not be the day to speak. Just be observant. Stay within. As we move, as I said, the moon's moving into Leo later tonight. It's going to shift us over to a little more action-oriented energy. But for right now, it's best to stay quiet, stay in, drink your tea, and just stay out of everybody's drama. You know what I mean? Do you ever noticed how some people, I know we all have had this. Have you ever lived in a neighborhood where there's like a neighbor who has to either create drama at their house every day, or they get into everybody else's business and create drama? You know, there used to be a lady years ago lived in my building. And this lady, she was retired. She had nothing better to do than go around. She would walk I live in a condominium complex, ours. She would walk the halls, and she was not asked to do this by the condo board. And she would just look for anything to report you for. So like if she walked by your door and there was like a little nick on the door, she would report you to the condo board. Oh, that person has damaged their door. I don't know if you know, but in condos, there's always this rule about who owns what. So like in my condo, the condo association owns the door. I own the locking mechanism on the door. So that means I can't change a door. I can't damage a door. I can't switch out the door. They own the door, and the door, they maintain the door. They paint the door. They clean the door. So, but if the lock breaks or I need new locks, I have to pay for that. So that's how condos are. Any of you lived in condos, you know these rules. So this lady, she was like I was saying, she would spend all day walking around. So she would go outside the building, and we have a rule here. You notice how my curtains are white, my blinds are white. You have to have white curtains in your condo here. It's to make the building look unified. And so she got to where if anybody had different colors, she'd report them, which actually that is illegal in this country. But like, let's say your blind got bent and you had a little gap like that, and your line it was not perfectly straight. She would report people for that. Isn't that crazy? So, anyways, why I'm telling you all this today is don't get into anybody's business. Stay in your own house and don't let anybody get in your way. Just stay silent no matter what they do. It's very important today. All right. So that's kind of the major energy that's kicking off our week. It's, as I said, tomorrow the moon moves into Leo, or actually tonight, about midnight, close to midnight Eastern time. So we've got about 4 more hours, and then it'll be in Leo. That'll give you a little more motivation, a little more clarity. You know, I always say that fire energy, like Leo's a fire, will burn off the dross of your mind and make you see it clearly. All right, so just chill today. You get Psychic Bob's permission. Really, not my permission. You get the permission of the cosmos to have a chillax day. And I tell you, it's great. It's my day off because I feel like chillaxing, and the energy of the universe is supporting it. All right. So now we're going to look at all 12 zodiac signs. A lot of you, ask me, said, Bob, we love it when you do individual horoscopes. Now, let me clarify. Everything in this video is my copyrighted creation. I do not take my horoscopes from other astrology sites, magazines, astrologers online. I do not copy anybody. I don't even read other people's horoscopes. I create my own. I literally sit down with the star charts and I look at the week and I look at the signs and I put these together. So these are unique to Spirit Channel, and you won't get them anywhere else. All right. I had somebody, last year write me and they wrote a hate letter saying, I think you're the worst astrologer, and say you cheat, you steal horoscopes from other people, you can't do your own. I'm like, these are my own. I don't copy anybody. So, all right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all 12 zodiac signs. Before I read the horoscope, I'll give the birth date range. So when you hear the sign where your birthday falls, that's your sign, okay? Keep it simple, right? So that's all you got to know, all right? Now, I will take some questions a little later about astrology. I'm not doing psychic readings today, but I'll answer astrology questions, okay? All right. So Aries is our first sign on the wheel. Now, here's the birthday. Listen, if you say, am I Aries? I don't know. All right. Aries birth dates are March 21st through April 19th. If your birthday is on March 21st all the way through onto April 19th, you're Aries. If your birthday is on April 19th, you are an Aries. Okay. So it's inclusive of the end cap dates. Just want to make that clear. Somebody asked me the other week, well, if I'm on April 19th, does that mean where the new sign starts or the old one ends? The end date is where it ends and the beginning is where it starts. So if your birthday is on April 19th, you are an Aries. All right. So Aries, right now, your sign is falling in the first house. You've got Jupiter in a prominent position all week. This means, Aries, you want to focus on being glamorous. Your power this week, Aries, is on seeing and being seen. You can show off your wealth. You can be a little bravado. You can be a little full of yourself. Jupiter means you bring to the table your power, your influence, your blessings. It's a really great week for Aries, especially if you're looking for work, because you can bring all your gifts out, show them off, your talents. People will be impressed, and you have really good alignment right now for prosperity and job success. If you're an Aries looking to start a business, this is a great week. You've still got Jupiter in your first house, which means you'll get a lot of visibility and people will feel confident with you. So take advantage right now of the energy that's present, the alignment with the first house and with Jupiter all week long working for you. It's going to bring you a lot of opportunities, as I say, to see and be seen. So don't be shy, Aries. Actually, I don't think I've ever met an Aries that really is shy. Have any of you? Most of the Aries I meet, they're kind of out there. And I love that about Aries. They're a fire sign. Ooh, passion and fire and drama. All right. So, Aries, go for the gold, set your goals, be bigger than life. All right. This is not the week to be shy and retiring. No, no. You Aries, you go out, be full of yourself. People want, people want to see glamour, you know. I saw an interview one time with who was it? Joan Crawford. You guys remember her? Some of you know who I'm talking about. She was an old movie star back in the 30s and 40s. Anyways, Joan Crawford was in an interview, and they said, Joan, every time the interviewer said, Joan, every time we see you, you look so beautiful. Your hair is immaculate, your jewelry's on. You look bigger than life. And Joan Crawford said to the interviewer, it's the kind public who supports me. They pay the tickets, they come to the movies, they've built my career. She said, I owe it to the public to put on my best for them because they've given me so much. I try to give back. And she said, if you're a movie star, you have an obligation to look glamorous. That's what the world wants. They don't want to see their movie stars with greasy hair, and dragged out in clothes. They want you to be glamorous. And Aries, I want you to remember this week. If you're a little shy as an Aries, I want you to think about Joan Crawford. You have the power. The universe supports you. Go see and be seen, and you will have success. So mote it be, blessed be Aries. All right. Next sign on our wheel, we're spinning around this big wheel, is Taurus, April 20th through May 20th. Taurus, I was looking at your alignment. This week you got the North Node in the second house. And this means you want to think about your financial future, okay? Think about also your legacy. Do you want to, have you always said, gee, when I die, I want to leave some money to my favorite school or my favorite museum or to a favorite charity? This is a weekend. I'm not trying to be morbid, Taurus. You don't have to be planning death every day. But think about your legacy, and it's not just money, even though money is highlighted in the second house. You want to think about what you can bring to the world that is long lasting. If you're a Taurus and you're saying, I always said if I ever got out of poverty, I'd help support a kid going to school, a neighbor or somebody, or, and maybe it's time to set up that trust fund to help that disadvantaged child. Maybe you're, thinking about, gee, when I was young and very poor, the library always loaned me books and I learned and finished my degree because of the library. Maybe you want to give a donation, and it doesn't even have to be money. It could be time. Start volunteering to help the library with fundraisers so that others who are in your position that you were in can have some opportunity. So this week, Taurus, it's all about how can you give, what is your future legacy, and how can your money and time and talents be of service to others. That's what you want to think about, okay? All right. Baroness Kolobob says, I'm not an Aries. I'm not shy. I'm no shy, aren't I? Not Bob's. Yeah, no, Aries are not shy. That's for sure. Robin says, I remember Joan Crawford. Yeah, that's right. All right, there's Pinky Crystal 91 says, hi, Bob, I'm an Aries. All right, well, there you go. So I don't know if you were here. We just did Aries, but we just finished Taurus. So you might have to go back and watch it. Okay. So Taurus, you got your homework cut out for you this week, and I hope that gives you some insight. All right. Think in terms of time and talents and legacy. There you go. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Gemini. Gemini. All right. May 21st through June 20th. That is Gemini. All right, Gemini. This week, it's about focusing on the family. All right. You want to think in terms of the spiritual inspiration that comes through you. How can you build bonds with those whom you love? Now, when we say a family, it doesn't have to be just blood. It could be friends that you consider family. Because I know some people out there say, Bob, I can't go back to my family. They're destructive. And I'm not asking you to put yourself in a bad position. But if you're a Gemini, I want you to open your channel and ask yourself, who is my family? How can I bring us closer together? What can I contribute to our family unity? However, you define family. Okay, now family doesn't have to be blood. Remember that. Okay, so Gemini, this week you are in channeling mode, but channeling for the unity and the well being of those whom you love. Let that channel lead you. You know, you might be a Gemini and you might say, Bob, I always wanted to put a barbecue pit in my backyard so we can all gather and roast marshmallows and wieners and have just a fun family time. You know, follow that inspiration. You've been wanting to do that, then everybody can gather and you can have unity and family time. All right. So let that channel lead you to ideas and creative inspirations of how to build closer bond. It's all about the bonding with those you love this week, Gemini. All right, so make that your focus, and you're going to have a rocking week. You're going to be blessed. Blessed and not distressed. Woo, glorified. All right, next side on our wheel is, upside of Gemini, is Cancer. There we are, Cancer. By the way, I just want to talk about this sign for a second. Somebody wrote me the other week, and they're like, I don't like being a Cancer. I think it means I'm going to be sick. I said, no, cancer does not mean the disease. Cancer is the Latin word for crabs. The symbol of Cancer is the crab. The reason why the disease cancer is called cancer is because the cells, the corrupted cells that attack the healthy cells in a cancer patient look like a crab. And the doctors name a lot of diseases with Latin names. So the disease is because the cells look like the animal, the crab. But if you're a Cancer sign, that is not a reflection that you're going to get cancer. It's just the Latin word for crab. And so if you look up the symbols for Cancer, you'll see the crab because they saw in the night sky, the star patterns look like a crab, like with this little claw. We talk about that scares them. All right, so your birthday is June 21st through July 22nd. All right. This week, Cancer, you're a little bit sharing that energy with the Geminis. And for you, it's really about opening your heart this week to love and joy. You may find, Cancer, that a romance suddenly comes into your life. If you're a single person and nobody in your life, be open to love and new beginnings. If you're a Cancer in a committed, loving relationship, you may find that relationship takes a new level of renewal. This week, Cancer, it's about being attuned to love, being attuned to joy. You know, if you're a Cancer and you're sitting in your house today, all depressed and miserable, say, nobody loves me. I hate life. Life sucks. I ain't got nobody in my life. Then you, Cancer, need to be open. Open your heart. Ask the Spirit to infuse you this week with an openness to love. You might want to do some research on Wiccan love spells. Now, Wiccan love spells don't require you to make somebody love you. Wiccan love spells open your heart to love. A very simple thing a Cancer could do this week, for example, is get a pink candle and anoint it with a little bit of olive oil, and then offer it up to the gods, the powers that be, whatever your higher powers, and say, I light this candle to open my heart to love. That's where you want to put the energy this week, Cancer. It may be a little bit of an introspective week for you. The star alignments around Cancer are very quiet this week. There's not a lot of activity in the house of Cancer, but it is aligned with energies of opening to love. And if you can be open to that, you're going to have a great week. So be ready to just allow your life to change. Let your heart open. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. Are we having some tech issues? Baron says, is he logging? Okay, Robertson said back for me, had to refresh. All right, you guys can't hear me? Are you hearing me now? All right, Lady Jane says she hears me. Colleen Croy had to refresh. All right, did you guys hear the horoscope for Cancer? Or do I need to repeat that? All right, let me know if I need to tell me I need you to say Cancer again or not. I need to know because I don't know if you guys are getting it. All right. All right, you guys heard it? Everybody said good. Okay, you heard it. All right, good. So that's Cancer. So open your heart to love and joy. That's what you need, okay? All right, Amy didn't hear it. Some people said that. All right, so Cancer, let me just repeat it. Cancer this week, it's about opening your heart to love and to joy. And if you're a Cancer and you're sitting there saying, nobody loves me, I want you to dare to open your heart. One of the things is I want you to get a pink candle, anoint it with some olive oil, or if you have a sacred oil, light it and say, I ask the Spirit to bring love into my life. Let my heart be open to receiving love. That's how we do it. All right. So there you go. All right. Looks like you got it. All right. Thank you guys. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. All right. You know, Leo, your sign right now is falling in the 6th house this week. It is the house. One of the focuses of that house is self-improvement. All right. This is a week, Leo, where you say, what do I need to do? Do I need to get ahead in my career? Maybe I should work on getting a certification. Maybe you work in computers and you need to get a Microsoft Windows certification. Or maybe you've been thinking, you know what? I've been wanting to work on that master's degree so I can get the promotion. Go explore schooling options. Maybe you're a Leo and you've been saying, you know, I really could, get my legs working and get out of this chair and walk a little more. All right, Leo, think about how you can improve your life, whether through exercise, whether through change of diet, whether through education. All right. Now, Leo, let me just clarify this by saying this is not an opportunity where, decide to hate yourself. All right. Don't say, I hate myself and everything sucks. When we talk about self-improvement, you want to look at yourself with love, not with self-judgment, not with self-condemnation. Okay. This week, it's about love. All right. There's Damien Devine. He says, just in the middle of talking about the crab and Cancer. All right, there you go. You know about that, don't you? Wonderful. All right. So really, Leo, it's about self-honoring, giving yourself honor this week, loving yourself, nourishing yourself, working on self-improvement, being the best you that you can be. Now, when we say the best you, this is not, and I got to emphasize, this is not about, other people's expectations. All right. If you do it just for others, it won't last. It's got to come from within. Love yourself enough to be the best you can be for you, and you will rock it. All right. So there you go, Leo. Oh, Leo. L for Leo. All right. I was trying to do a giant letter L. There's L. L for Leo. All right. Our next sign on our wheel, hold on, is Virgo, August 23rd through September 22nd. All right. It's interesting, Virgo. Your sign right now doesn't have a lot of planetary activity going on, but it's falling right between the 6th and 7th houses, which really tells me, looking at that, this is a time for you to focus on uniting with others to do service to the world. Virgo, you're going to find that your greatest joy, your greatest opportunity, your greatest success comes this week, not through going it on your own, but finding others that can help you fulfill your goals. Virgos this week want to think about, where can I be of service to the world? All right, maybe you're a Virgo and you've been saying, My local park has been trashed by, people throwing trash in it. That wildlife is getting tangled up in plastic wrap and cords, and the animals are getting hurt. And you've been saying, we need to clean out the underbrush of that park, clean out all the trash, and clean it up so the animals have a safe environment. All right. I'm not saying you have to do it, but that's an example. Okay. So don't go try to go do it on your, find a community team that you can put together and then go en masse together to the park and make it happen. All right. You will get a lot more accomplished this week, Virgo, through group unity and using that as a focus to serve others. Okay. So Virgo, you've got some work ahead of you, but it's a good work. It's a work of changing the world. There's Amy Radcliffe. She's a Virgo. Virgo power. V for Virgo. I'm going to do all the signs with the letters. V for Virgo. Okay, there we go. So Virgo, ask yourself, what is my calling to serve this week? Most Virgos always have a project in their mind. All right. Maybe even say, the crime rate in my neighborhood is just terrible. I'd love to have a community meeting with the police and see if we can work in union to stop the crime. Organize that, but bring others with you. And if you bring your power together with others, so much will get accomplished for you this week. This can be an amazing week to really bring around change. Yes, Amy said, or Scott from South Carolina says, Virgo, teamwork makes the dream work. Oh, I like that, Scott. Scott's here. All right, there you go, Scott. Scott from South Carolina said, Virgo's definition is teamwork makes the dream work. Ooh, I love that. There you go. All right. Thank you, Scott. I love that. All right, so there you go. I can't end on a better note than Scott's. Teamwork makes the dream work. Scott, I like that. All right, so there's your word of knowledge, Virgo. All right, next sign on our wheel is Libra, and that's September 23rd through October 22nd. Libra, it's so interesting right now. You have a fascinating alignment too, because you've got the sun and Mercury together. The sun, the sun's in your sun. That gives you a lot of power. And you've got Mercury with it, placed both in the 7th house. All right, this is the house that is interestingly a mix of love and business alignment. It's about partnerships, the 7th house. So this week, Libra, you may find in your business dealings that you also have a little romance. Now, I'm not saying it's definitely coming from the office, but this alignment, it really gives me, the words, love and business mix. All right. So you may, if you're a single Libra, you kind of had your eye on that person at the office and they're single. Now, I'm not encouraging any bad behavior, no cheating, no adultery. This is not what that's about. Okay. PsychicBob doesn't believe in that. I'm very ethical like that. Just because you have a little itch for somebody don't mean you get to scratch it. Remember that. All right. So it has to be single person. All right. But it shows this kind of interesting planetary alignment in that house. It means you have energy to communicate in a way that opens up partnerships for business and partnership for love. So it's going to be an interesting week for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it all happens through work, because you might meet somebody outside of work as well as have success at work and forming partnerships. But I don't know. Sometimes when I see these sort of alignments, they can overlap. So whatever way you want to take it, Libra, I'd say be open to love, be open to success in business. It's a great time to form alliances and partnerships. So Libra, kind of like the Virgos, you don't need to go it alone. Bring others in. And like Scott said, teamwork makes the dream work. So if your dream is love, you got to have a partner, right? So work on that. Be open to it. You want to be moving ahead in business? I'm telling you, somebody who owns their own business, I didn't do it all alone. People go, PsychicBob, you did your whole psychic business on yourself and became successful. I said, it looks like that, but in all honesty, I had a lot of people on the way to help me. My teacher who trained me, my public relations manager who helped me get on television, the YouTube fans who supported me and talked about me and spread my channel. No, none of us, whoever you are in life, you never make success fully on your own. It may look like that to the outer world, but Scott is so right. Teamwork makes the dream work. Scott, I like that is, you get the award for my favorite wisdom of the day. I think that's wonderful. Hey, there's Michelle Marzano. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, Michelle, sounds like my prediction came to happen. Hi, Baroness. Remember how Marilyn came through regarding a big charity event? I got the call a few days later, and this week is a huge benefit. All right. Name it and claim it. Psychic Bob saw it, and it came to pass. So mote it be. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing that. Ooh, glorified. Welcome. Yay. All right. Let's see. Where are we now? All right. We're down to Scorpio. All right. Scorpio is October 23rd through November 21st. Scorpio, this week, you want to focus on reflecting back. There's a lot of South Node energy around Scorpio, which is like looking to the past. And you want to focus on sharing your life experiences with others to help them on their journey. Scorpio, you are a well of wisdom. You may not think it, but you are, and the stars are supporting that for you this week. So Scorpio, be open to being of help. You may find that young people, especially if you're a little older, a lot of young people will be drawn to you saying, when you were my age, what did you do in this situation? You may have people at your work come to you say, I'm having problems with my career and this boss, and I just don't know what to do. Scorpio, be a light to others this week. Share your journey. Help people know. So, back when I was in that situation, XYZ happened, and this is how I did it. People are going to seek you out. If you see somebody this week, Scorpio, who's struggling, and you're thinking, I went through that when I was their age. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. God bless you. You made my night by sharing that, Oh, God bless you. She says, thank you, Lady Jane. Bob is so amazing, incredible, the real deal. God bless you. If I was in this, some people hate me. I get hate mail sometimes. And people say, you're just in psychic work to make a lot of money. And I say, if I wanted to make a lot of money, I really could do a lot more. I could be a much better business person than I am. And I'm not in it for the money. I charge because I have to pay the light bill, but I only make enough to cover the bills. People think I'm wealthy, but I'm really not. But I do this out of love. It's really a work of love. And if I didn't have to charge anybody, I would. And many of you know, because some of you contact me, you have very poor relatives and friends. You said they can't afford a reading. Could you help them out? And I've tried to do as much charity work as I can. I still have to pay the bills, so I do charge, but it's not about the money. And I'm honored that you say I'm the real deal, because that's why I went into psychic work, Michelle, because I saw a lot of fraudulent people abusing spiritual gifts and titles. And I said, I want to be the real deal. And I'm so glad you said that. When everybody says that, you're the real deal, that means more to me than any amount of money, because that's why I did this work, and I continue to do it, so I can bring light to the world. God bless you. Thanks for being here. All right, Scorpio. So this week you are the wisdom keeper. All right. If you're a Scorpio, watch those around. You're going to see somebody. Scorpio, I know some Scorpios here tonight. And you're going to say, there's Marjana's a Scorpio. Stardust C. Hello, Stardust C. And Scorpio, you're going to see people and you think, I know what that's like to go through that. Put your hand out, touch them on the shoulder, and say, listen, I've been there. Let me help you. Serve those who are struggling. Share your wisdom. Share your life knowledge. And guess what? You will be shining in the light of the Spirit, and the light of the great zodiac wheel will be blessing you. So there you go, Scorpio. You are wisdom keeper this week. Of all the signs, Scorpio has the strongest wisdom alignments. All right, next sign on our wheel is Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. Sagittarius, this week is kind of like recollection week. This week for you, it's about what is your life path? Sometimes we have to pause in our lives and look back and say, am I on the path that I originally planned to be on? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I where I really want to be? Sagittarius, this is a week for you to step back from the fray and ask yourself those deep soul questions. What is my life path? For example, some of you may have had a reading with me, and maybe in your reading I said, hey, Sagittarius, you have a leadership life theme, right? And you look at your career and said, I never got the promotions I applied for. I'm still in the same job. I didn't move up the ladder like I wanted to. Well, if you have a leadership life, then that may mean you got to make a choice to move to where you can actually do your leadership. This is kind of an intense week for Sagittarius because there's a lot of deep introspection. Now, I'm not saying it's all bad because you might be just where you are. As you look at your life, then that's a time to be thankful and give thanksgiving. Maybe as you look at your life path, Sagittarius, you say, gee, the last 3 years ago, I was practically homeless and bankrupt. 3 years later, I run my own company and I'm making $1 million a year. If that's your life, as you reflect on that, then maybe you made a vision, a goal that you would use your success if you ever got out of poverty to help people. All right, Sag, look at your life. What was your goal? Did you get there? If you're not there, how can you now take steps to really get back on track with that? A wonderful time for Sagittarius to reflect. If you're a Sagittarius and you're struggling, I had somebody last week have an addiction issue, and they were good, the best person in the world, but it threw them off their life path. If you're a Sag, maybe you're like struggling with an addiction issue. I'm not saying Sag is, I'm just saying if you are a Sag, okay. Maybe it's time to say, I got to focus on that, get that right so I can get on my life path. The stars this week are supporting you to really get on your path and to shine and to grow. So don't settle. All right. That's my word for Sagittarius. Don't settle. Don't settle for just ho-hum status quo. No, for you, Sagittarius, it's about being on the life path. That is your power. And the universe, the spinning wheel of the zodiac is giving you power. Take that star power and use it. Be glorified. Name it and claim it. There we go. All right, Sag, you got your homework cut out for you this week. Everybody comes to Spirit Channel gets a homework assignment. If you haven't figured it out by now, I guess it's going to dawn on all of you soon. Every zodiac sign has something to work on this week. All right. There's Devilish. Hi, Devilish. Devilish says Moon Rising Venus. Ooh, that's mystical. That's very psychic. I love that. All right. Next sign I know what it is. Capricorn. Nicola, Baroness Kolobob, she's a Capricorn, and I have a nickname I call her. I call her El Caprio. That's my nickname. So, El Caprio, this is your horoscope tonight as well. But it's really for all Capricorns, not just Baroness, All right. What did Cola say? She got people laughing in the chat. Stardust C says, thanks, PsychicBob. I will share my wisdom with others. I love helping people out. Well, there you go, Stardust. You're on the right path. All right. All right. Oh, God bless you. Stardust says, hi, Michelle Marzano. I agree. PsychicBob is the real deal. I will testify that. God bless you. Thank you. You guys are so kind to me. All right. Capricorn. Better listen up, Baroness. El Caprio. Okay. You guys actually have a very similar energy to the Virgos this week. There's alignments that say form groups to accomplish goals. So what was it that Scott said? Scott, this is going to apply also for our Capricorns this week. All right. Teamwork makes the dream work. Capricorn, you want to think of context, business context, visionary context, personal goal context. Reach out to your team, build your team, and conquer the dream. All right, Capricorn. Now, I would say specifically because you've got, Virgos in your house, and Libras have a similar energy this week. Maybe y'all could all get together, check out and see if you have any Libra friends or Virgo friends in Capricorn, pull them into your group because all of you got these alignments will bring real power to you, and I think it's going to be wonderful. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Michelle says, I have so many examples. I've had private readings, lifesavers, and right here, he told me a Mae West book. I got it 2 days later. Yeah, I did predict a Mae West book coming into her life. I could go on lots of love. Thank you, Michelle. All right. So Capricorn, you've got to be unified. You've got to use your conscience. Don't sit back. All right. Capricorn, it's all about reaching the context, forming alliances, conquering the goals through alliance. Can't do it on your own. Now, Capricorn's one of these stubborn signs, and I love Capricorns, but I got to be honest. Capricorns generally like to be rugged individualists going on their own. But Capricorn, this week, you've got to realize you can't go it on your own. You will not succeed. You've got to reach out to others and form teams, form alliances. This is vital to Capricorn success. This is not just like, oh, that's kind of a nice idea. No, this is truly essential for success for you. So Capricorn, look at your alignments. Who has been your ally in the past? Who has helped you? Who has helped you get where you need to get? You've got to go back, pull from those contexts, reform alliances. If you've had alliances fall apart or get distant or sever, rebuild them. And like Scott from South Carolina says, teamwork makes the dream work. Scott, you're number one today for that. All right. Thank you. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. 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 Woo, glorified. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, this week for you. All right, Aquarius, as you know, you like to be in the world, share your ideas. Aquarius, this is a week of solitude. It shows that Aquarius this week must separate from the world. All right, some of you, like the Capricorns, are going out into the world. But Aquarius, for you, it's a little different this week. You've got to pull back from the world. The world will drain you. This is a week of solitude, inner reflection, communing with the cosmos. All right, communing with your higher self. Aquarian, you must align with your higher self and with the higher power, your higher source, whatever you call it, God, Spirit, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus. I don't care who you pray to. Get in alignment with the powers of the cosmos and your higher self, because this is your secret to restoration. This is your secret to moving forward. The higher power will work with you, Aquarius. But you got to step back from the fray. I tell you, as a psychic, and I'm not saying this to sound self-important, but I'm kind of a public figure. I am, and I get hundreds of calls a week, and I have everybody wanting my time, and I love it. I'm not saying don't call. Y'all keep calling, keep writing. Just know that I get hundreds of calls and letters a week, and I do the best I can. But according to my astrology, I'm going to step back. So if it takes me a little while to get to you, Psychic Bob's not ignoring you. I'm going to honor my horoscope. Last week, my astrology said that I need to focus on self-healing. This week, it says that you must commune with higher power to complete that process. So this week, I'm going to commune with my higher self. I'm going to commune with the Lord and the Lady, and with the cosmos and with the stars and the gods, the ancient powers that be. And if you're an Aquarius and you're wise, you'll do it too. I'm not saying you have to do it because Psychic Bob says it. I'm saying that the stars are encouraging this. So embrace star power and you'll be blessed. So there you go, Aquarius. Go deep, withdraw from the world, reflect, and commune with the divine, commune with the cosmos. That's your homework, Aquarius. Please, I beg you to do it. Y'all need it. I know I need it, and y'all need it too. Blessed be. Whoo! Glorified. All right. Next side our wheel is Pisces, and Pisces is February 19th through March 20th. All right, Pisces are swimming fish. Look, that's Pisces energy. Does that kind of look like the Pisces symbol? All right. All right, Pisces. You are sharing similar alignments with Aquarius because your signs are next to each other. There's some little bit of overlap in the houses with you too. This week it says that Pisces, that quiet time and reflection create room to draw the right people to you. Pisces, as we go forward into the next week, it shows there'll be a lot of activity around you. It's not there yet, but it's coming. But the alignments today show that you need to prepare for a very busy time in the coming weeks. And the only way to prepare for that, like the Aquariuses, is to draw back a little bit and say, open your channel to saying, I draw to myself the right people. It's not just enough to draw people to your vision. It's got to be the right people, because if you draw the wrong people, they could sabotage your whole career and your life and everything go off track. This is the mistake that sometimes we make, when we want to accomplish something. We say, well, we'll just take anybody who wants to help us. But in Pisces' case particularly, it says it must be the right people, not just anybody. The only way you draw the right people is through solitude this week, quiet time, reflection, and creating that space in your life to have that discernment. That discernment is your. There's Amsterdam. So she's a Pisces. Yay, Amsterdam. So I know I've been promising you we're going to drink your tea. Every Monday, we're having a different tea on YouTube. So next week, I'm going to drink the tea you got me. I just haven't opened it yet. It's so pretty. It's like, you ever get a present, you don't want to mess it up? Because I'm taking part of it to England for Baroness. So I'm keeping her mug wrapped, and I've got my mug wrapped. But anyways, I'm going to open the tea. So anyways, next week, we're going to have that. So I hope you'll be with us next Monday. All right. So Pisces, this week for you, it's really about opening the channel through withdrawing from the world. Like the Aquariuses step back from the fray. You guys may find that I'm not as available as I usually am. You may have trouble reaching me on the phone. It may take me a little while. I'm going to be a little quiet this week. I might even take a day off YouTube. We'll see. See how I feel. But I'm trying to withdraw from the public. I'm not letting the public swarm me. Sometimes when I go in public, I get recognized by people. And usually most people are this. But once in a while, I'll be walking down the street and people scream, oh my God, PsychicBob, I can't believe you're here. I got to have a picture. Then they go crazy. Ooh. I love it. But, if you ever see me in public, please do not run up and grab me. Sometimes people do this. Oh my God, PsychicBob. They want to hug me. And please, that freaks me out. All right. I actually was going to hire a bodyguard, to go with me in public, because I used to get mobbed by people. And people are generally very nice. I know they don't mean any harm. But if you see me in public, do not run screaming at me, especially holding stuff in your hand. It might be a gun. I've had people pull guns on me. That's a whole nother story. So please, 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 approach me peacefully, especially this week, because I'm going to be in deep contemplation. All right. So Pisces, you're the same way as Aquarius. Withdraw, reflect, create space for new people into your life, new beginnings, new everything, You know what, Cole? I don't know who that troll is. Might be somebody from that Eastern country that's creating problems all over the world. I'm not saying any names, but you might know who I'm talking about. All right. So there we go, guys. We have spun around our big zodiac wheel. I hope this has given you a little help for this week, a little snapshot of what's going on. If you tuned in late, go back and see the beginning because we covered also the major transits that are affecting all the signs, not just the individual. All the signs will be affected by the major transits this week. And then I gave individual horoscopes for each sign. So I hope this has been fun for you, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Does anybody have anything they want to ask astrology? I'm not doing psychic readings tonight. Oh, thank you, Amsterdam. So Amsterdam says, it's amazingly accurate given what is going on in my life. I'm so happy to hear that. This is why I love astrology, Amsterdam. So astrology is simply there. You can't deny it. People can say, I don't believe in that. It's like, well, it doesn't matter what you believe. The star chart says this will happen. And I'm telling you, it is so accurate. It's always right. Not because I'm such a great psychic. It's just, it is what it is. This is why, when people argue against psychics, I said, well, if you don't believe in psychics, at least explore astrology as a way to think about the universe. So I don't believe that. That's all a bunch of superstition. Astrology is very scientific. You calculate angles, certain alignments, generate certain energy patterns. I'm telling you, I'm a believer. It's proven itself to me. I don't have to wonder if it's true. It simply is what it is, I don't like the term belief because I think in the Western world, we overuse that term. People said, do you believe in astrology? And I said, I don't believe in astrology. It just is what it is. It's there. You put a chart in front of me. It says this and this. And guess what? It happens. I don't have to believe it. It proves itself, All right. Amsterdam says, I shall pointedly ignore you, Psychic Bob. Why are you pointedly ignoring me? Did I upset you? I hope I didn't upset you. I apologize if I upset. I shall pointedly ignore you. Amsterdam, so what's wrong? Did I do something? I really didn't mean to upset you if I did. Oh, maybe you're talking about the horoscope, like withdrawing from the world. Oh, if I see you in public. Oh, no, you can come up and talk to me. Just don't run screaming. And, sometimes people run screaming and they have sticks in their hand because they're carrying stuff. I don't know if they're coming to attack me. No, I love to talk to people when I see them in public. But I just ask when you see me in public, please come in a gentle way. I've actually had, believe it or not, damsel, like dangerous, violent stalkers. I had a lady one time show up in my office. She pulled a knife on me. She was literally out of her mind, crazed. She couldn't even speak coherently. And she showed up after hours. And this is the worst part. I had security guards in those days. Security people unlocked the door. She said, I have to see Psychic Bob. I'm here for a reading. And the guard knew me that, it's Psychic Bob, must be one of his clients. Didn't even check with me. She didn't call me. Unlocked the door and let this lady literally mouse. And I walked out to the lobby because the alarm went off. And there was a lady literally with a knife in the lobby who approached me and tried to stab me. I had to call the police. So that's why I'm a little paranoid. I also had a man years ago on YouTube. Some of you may remember. Well, I actually better not say his name. But there was a YouTuber. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to give any details because of legal reasons. But he told me he was going to kill me, that I was evil. And he literally got in his truck and drove across the country and showed up at my office with a gun sitting in my parking lot outside my office where I had my psychic business at the time. And I had to call the police on him. So, that's why I like when I go in public. Now, sometimes I have people running and screaming and they literally tackle me. Psychic Bob! When they jump on me and I fall over on the side. And they're just generally, honestly, they're nice people. They're just very excited. But for me as a psychic, that can really mess up my body and terrify me because I'm a little guarded. So I don't mind talking to people in public. I'd love to see anybody. If you see me in public, come and speak, but speak. Don't scream, don't yell, don't run at me. Just walk and say, are you Psychic Bob? I swear you look like Psychic Bob. And then I'll talk to you, okay? And you can take pictures with me. and stuff like that. And I'll sign book. A lot of people carry my books around, so they want autographs, so I sign books. So I don't mind doing autographs and pictures. I love that. I love to meet all the people who watch me and have watched me over the years on TV and see me on radio shows and on YouTube. So I don't mind that. So you don't have to ignore me, Amsterdam. All right. Scott from South Carolina says, maybe give us a secret signal we could use. I'll have to think about that, Scott. That's funny. Oh, Meredith says, but got to get past me first, though. I'm a pit bull. Yeah, if I got Cola on my arm, she's going to be my bodyguard now. All right. Damien is talking about his horoscope. He says, I guess I'll have to bite the bullet and hand out some wisdom, even to those who tick you off. Damien, it's your duty commanded by the star people. Listen, it'll be natural. It'll be easy. All right. Blessed be. Yay. How about a thumbs up? Yay. That's all right. But Scott, I have to be honest with you. I'll probably forget the symbol. And then I'll go, why are these people all walking around doing thumbs up? I'm like, and then I'll realize, oh, that was the signal that they wanted to come and talk to me. No, just if you see me in public, you can say hi. And, call me by the name Psychic Bob, because sometimes people, they just go, hey, hey. And I'm like, who are these? Why? If they go, Psychic Bob, if they say the name Psychic Bob, then I know they've seen me on media, TV, or YouTube or something. Then I know where they come from, There's Makita Dorsey says, hello, chat. Peace and love to you, Bob. Blessing. Good to see you, Makita. Welcome back. Cola said she's going to protect. Anyone rages at my Bob, I will lift them off their feet. I will protect my husband with my life. Thank you, Cola. Likewise with Cola, if you see her in public, don't run and chase her either. She's had stalking issues as well in her life. We're both a little sensitive. If you've ever been stalked, I'll tell you, it's very scary. And I know some of you here have experienced it. Stalking leaves a lasting scar on its victims. This day, I'm still very paranoid. I'm a little hyper vigilant when I go out. A psychiatrist or psychologist would say that it's a kind of a form of post-traumatic stress, and it's probably true. I do have a little bit of it when I go into public. Not like I used to. I'm really pretty good. I can go anywhere I want. You guys know I go everywhere. But it's just when people get obsessive and start tackling, like physically assaulting me in public, I can't handle that. A lot of people do. They'll come and jump on me and run and give me a bear hug. Or what's worse is when they come up from behind me and grab me. Oh my gosh, thank you, Bob. And I'm like, I can't even see them. That's a quick way to get me into a heart attack. Don't do that. Okay. Oh, Vivian, Vivian said, sorry for the sad face. I hit the button on accident. Thumbs up. Yay, Viv. Good to see you. All right. Well, I am just so glad you guys are here. Does anybody have any astrology stuff that you need to ask tonight, or did you feel like you got good enough help tonight? Yeah. Amy Radcliffe says, just be cool, guys. Yeah, just be cool. I know you get excited. I get excited when I see people that I like in public too, I was walking down the streets of New York one day and I ran into Jackie Gleason. Do you guys remember he was a famous actor from the Honeymooners? Jackie Gleason, the actor. And I was just turning the corner and there's Jackie Gleason standing on the corner. And I just respectfully said, are you Mr. Gleason? He said, yeah. I said, oh, it's so nice to meet you, and just talk to him for a few minutes. That was it. But I didn't run up screaming to him because I know what that's like, So Amsterdam says, what about astrology and the weather? Any connections? Amsterdam, so that's a really good question, because Some astrologers do believe that astrology forecasts the weather or affects the weather. I do think there's a connection there because I really think that everything is interconnected. I'm not an expert on that area, so I don't know, like, does Jupiter in a certain place make a thunderstorm? I don't know. But I would say one of the things you want to watch when you're thinking about weather is particularly the meteors, like Vesta, some of the other meteors. I can't think all their names. I don't do a lot with the meteors and the asteroids. Asteroids, that's the word. But I believe that the asteroids, because of their close proximity to Earth, are kind of a factor in the weather. That's my personal belief. I don't know if other astrologers support that. So I'm not really an expert on it. I can't really say yes or no. I'm just saying I personally think that it can be a factor in some cases. Well, we know that the alignment of the moon affects the pull of water on the earth, and that can affect, storms at sea and things. So, yeah, I think so. All right. Baroness Kolobot's reminding me it's our night to Netflix and chill. So I guess we're going to move on since we don't have any other questions. Wait a second. Stan Strong says, can I ask a question about taking your course? Stan Strong, every Saturday I do a psychic development class. And you can register for that over at my website. I assume that's what you're talking about, my psychic development class. It's every Saturday, 12 o'clock noon. It's on Zoom, and you need to register before Friday night to get in. It's limited to 30 people, so I tell people register ahead. It's only $30, and in the class, you get to work with me one-on-one, you know. Stan Strong says, do I need to be present for the class? Yes. Is there a replay? No, I do not record it. I do not allow recording of it. It's, you have to come. It's every Saturday. You need to be present. Now, just so you know, Stan Strong, that Saturday class, I don't sell it as blocks of classes. So don't go buy like 10 classes. Only buy it week to week. I don't have it set up for my counting to be able to buy blocks. And anyways, it's too hard for me. It's just myself. I don't have a whole staff to regulate it and manage it. And so, if people buy like 10 classes and then they miss 2, and then I got to keep track of what they pay for, what they missed. No, it's week to week. And I do say I don't give refunds. So if you buy the class on Wednesday and you just skip out, forget Saturday, oversleep, I don't do refunds because a lot of people in the past jerked around my schedule. You have to buy it, then you're committed to it, and there's not a refund. Okay, that's how I work. It just keeps it simple for everybody. So there's no back and forth. Well, I paid and then I couldn't be there, and then you owe me for this week and that way. Just buy it during the week and come on Saturday. I keep it very, very simple. But that class, I should let you know, Stan Strong, it's live. So you have to be in the group of people. And I do expect people to talk and interact. It's not a class where you sit in the back and take notes. It really is, live interaction. And we do training where you actually are going to be expected to participate in the exercises. Some weeks we might do practice doing readings. Some week you'll be asked to answer some questions. We'll do review of our skills. This week we're doing it on electronic voice phenomena. And so that's going to be the subject this week. I'm going to teach you about how to do electronic voice phenomena, different techniques. We're going to explore that. If you want to join, I invite you if you can bring a recorder of some type of tape recorder or a cell phone to practice with, because we're going to practice getting voices. Okay. All right. Well, listen, guys, thank you. Starborn, thank you for being here. And thank you. And stand strong. I hope that this will help you as well. And I hope you'll join us. Listen, you guys rock. Thank you for being here. Psychic Bob loves all of you. I send my greetings and my blessings. Let's give a big shout out to Baroness Kolobobs tonight, who kept our chat safe. I think some people from that Eastern country, that's creating problems in other Eastern European countries is behind this tonight. So we're not allowing them here. And you know who I'm talking about. So thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Damien. So glad you enjoyed this. You rock. So yes, blessings to Baroness for her wonderful service tonight. And thank you for being here. You guys are rocking. If you missed the first part, if you came in late, please go watch the earlier part because I cover all the major transits for the week as well as individual star signs. So there's a lot in this video. And you'll get the update on lamb chop at the beginning as well. I love you guys. Be back here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, for live messages from the spirit world. Be here. I will answer your psychic questions live. You don't want to miss it. Come out and join us tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon Eastern. It's 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For those of you in Europe, it is 5 p.m. London Time, 6 p.m. Western European Continental Time. We will see you then. God bless you all. And listen, like I always say, if you are at a time of struggle, listen up. If you're at a time of struggle in your life, don't give in to despair. Just pause and look to the stars because that zodiac wheel is always spinning. And those stars bring new alliances for power to move your life forward. So keep a little faith, a little hope, a little love in your hearts. Let the stars be your guides, and you're sure to be blessed. I love you all. Thank you for being here, and have a blessed night. Good night.